Hi, my name's Laura Mackie. Thank you so much for joining me today for my video sharing with you how I made the shaker card with the Stampin' Up! Stamp set called By My Side. So first of all, I'm going to show you everything I've used for my card. Oh, I've just got to pick it all up. So the card is this one, which you obviously already know that bit. So that's the card. So I have used Blushing Bride cardstock. I've used one of the Stampin' Up! Cello bags. Sequins for Everything, I believe these are called. Off the top of my head. I will link everything in the comments below. And the stamp set I've used is By My Side. Plus I've obviously also used some stamping blends to colour in the little girl. So let's go ahead and I will share with you how I made my card. So first off, I'm going to trim up my cardstock to size. Excuse my dog growling. Not sure what she's growling at. She's a nutter. She's a puppy. I'm sure if you've been following me for any length of time, you will have seen the pictures I have been sharing of her. So the card base is half of A4 sheet, scored, cut at 10.5 and then scored in half at 14.85. If you are watching this video and you are in America, or I'm not sure where else has a different size cardstock actually, but if you are somewhere else and this is not your standard card base, just go with your standard card base size and you will be good. I'm just going to grab, I have a little trolley with all my bits and pieces in it. My trolley is like a mile away from my desk. Excuse the noise while I bring it this way. Need to oil that. It's a little bit on the squeaky side. And then the card for the front, you're going to cut so about half an inch, or for in our case, a centimetre, which is 14.85 by 10. So you want to be cutting that slightly smaller so you get a little bit of a border. Yeah, so I've got a nice little neat border all the way around the edge, and the same on that one. I'm going to go ahead and lay those to one side. I have also got here, which I've pre-die cut, so it's ready to go, using the Stylish Shapes dies. I love these dies. I've die cut the largest circle one onto some basic white cardstock, and I'm going to go ahead. I've put everything, I've just done a video and I just had a really good tidy up because I thought that would be the sensiblest thing to do, but I've actually put everything away, which is really silly. Dear, I have these crazy moments. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use the same one again. So I'm going to just quickly colour her in. I'm going to ink up the stamp. So because I'm using stamping blends, I'm going to use the Memento black ink. I haven't actually labelled this up with the you know, the label that goes on the front of the stamp, which is very unlike me because I mount up all my stamps. Just a little bit behind with doing that. So the colours I used to colour in my image were Flirty Flamingo in light and dark. I'm going to go ahead and colour the butterfly. So just laying down a little bit of dark and then some light. Shh, Bella. Sorry. Not going right to the edge there, leaving a little bit of white space. Her top, I just went over the pink dots there with the Bella, please, shh. And then I'm also then going to go over the skirt with the dark, just following the lines that were already there with the stamp set. And then I'm going to go in with a little bit of light. So the Flirty Flamingo obviously isn't the same as the card base, because the card base I've actually used, what colour have I used? I have used Blushing Bride. So it's not the actual colour to go with the stamp. sorry, the cardstock. Sorry, she's throwing me, keep barking. Bella, please. But it tones quite well, and it kind of complements the shakers because they're very pink that we're going to pick in. So I'm using, to colour her face, I'm using SU 700 and SU 1000 to colour her face. I'm colouring her in slightly lighter than I did on the one that I did here. So here she has slightly more of a bronzed face. I'm just doing there. Then to colour her hair, you can see here, I like to just test out what I'm using before I go and whack it on my card. So I always use my grid sheet as a bit of a guide. So I'm going to go in with the dark first, and I'm literally going to just kind of do it as it is there, really, just all over the place. And then I'm going to go in the same here because it will add to the texture of the image. There we go. Just keep going, just try and get rid of that. I don't want any white space in there. There we go. And then I might just drop in with a little bit of dark again. There we go. So really quick colouring, super quick, because the main elements, oh, I will just tell you what they are. They're SU 200 and SU 1000. So they are the neutrals pack. So that's our image coloured. And I'm just going to show you now how I did the shaker element part. So with the layer that we cut slightly smaller than the card base, just going to go in and ink up my blending brush, and then I'm just going to add just all the way around the edge, just because I wanted it just to pop slightly from the card base. Just add in some Blush and Bride using the sponge all the way around. There we go. So really quick, super quick in fact. I'm just going to grab, my teaspoon. Right, so I always use my tear and tape as well when I'm doing this. I'm going to drop that piece in that we just coloured and really set it right to the edge of your cello bag. And then I'm going to pop a piece of cello, cello, this is not cello, this is tear and tape. Tear and tape on there, peel that off. So I'm just going to then just custom the cello bag to fit tightly round our card base there. So it's nice and tight. Then is what we're going to do is we're going to open up our sequins. And we're going to, I always have a teaspoon in my craft room, so go nick a teaspoon out of your kitchen. And I'm going to put in, I don't know, 2 teaspoons there. Give that a good flatten down. Make sure you don't want any air in there. And then I'm going to take the back off of that and seal it down tight. And again, give it a good push, get any air out. And there you have the shaker element part there to your card. I'm going to pop tear and tape all the way around the edge. The reason I use tear and tape in this because it will go off quicker. I mean, I'm not a tear and tape girl generally, but it's what I find is it will go off quicker, and it's just a little bit more trusting than trying to use ooh, I can't think what it's called, liquid, bit multi-purpose Tombow. Oh, I'm stuck to it. And you can see here I'm just pulling up my tape, but I'm leaving it attached it will give me a chance, if I do go round down in the wrong place, it will give me a little chance to, I can sort of hover with it and then I can commit. Oh, pushing a bit too hard on that side and I lost the end of my tape. So this is where my pokey tool will come in handy, she says. There we go. And I can just grab that and get that out. So that is then, oh, I love it. How pretty are those? So then I'm going to add on the back of my coloured piece, I'm going to add some dimensionals. And that gets put smack bang in the middle to the top of my card. And she sort of looks like she's going after the butterfly. Oh, I've not coloured her legs. Oh, dear me. It's going to go in quickly. I haven't coloured her hand, look. Or her legs. She's got little pasty white legs. She's like me. Now the sun's gone, I've got little pasty white legs. There we go. Bless her. And the ribbon I used was the crinkled ribbon, which this ribbon, if you've got this ribbon, you can colour it. It colours beautifully with the Stampin' Blend. So if you wanted it to match your card with the pinks, you definitely can colour it. It colours beautifully and it makes it a little bit stiffer, which I quite like, but I'm going to keep it white for, excuse me, keep it white for this card, just because I like it against my, cut it quite long there, but I like it that it kind of tails down. I'm just going to pop a glue dot on the back there. Oh, no, I'm not. Oh, yeah, I have. Yeah, there is a glue dot on there, but it just got attached to my finger. That's going to go kind of somewhere there. And then I'm just going to do a... so this stamp step for this sentiment was... one can't think. Maybe Celebrating You. It's a really good stamp set for sentiments, but it's what I'm going to use. It's what I thought I would use this time. I'm going to use this one. Hi, Sweet Friend. If I can find it in here, where would it be? Maybe this one here. It's really going to annoy me that I've not mounted them. So the first thing I'm going to do when I finish this video is I'm going to mount them stamps up. I'm going to heat set my greeting again with Pieces Basic Black Cardstock and Versamark ink and powder. Just going to move my card out of the way and just go ahead and ink this up. There. Where is my white embossing powder? I can never, ever, ever find it. Silver. Every other colour I want. White. There we go. This is the good thing about using a grid sheet, because I can put it all on there and then I can just tip it all back in. She hopes. I'm going to just tear this out of the way for now. I'm going to move that and I'm going to just move this out of the way. So now I've just cleared up that mess. You didn't need to see me clear that. It did clear up really well. Hopefully you can still hear me. I'm just going to heat set my heat emboss greeting there. Don't worry about that little bit there that has annoyingly, I didn't stamp very well at all. I'm just going to heat that up. And you can see it just changing there. Hopefully you can see that changing there. There we go. There we go. Turn that off. And then I'm going to just grab my scissors. And I'm just going to trim that. I'm going to leave it big for now and then decide, because last time, it's what I quite like to do, is I like to reduce Because like I've chopped that stamp set, or that sentiment was one line, and then I've trimmed it down into 2 lots. But I'm actually going to leave that like that, I think, for this one. I'm going to sneakily pop just a little bit of dimension just to this one side, and then I'm going to use a bit of not tear and tape, is it? What is it? It is Stampin' Seal Plus, and I'm going to just pop that there. Oh, I didn't take the back off the dimensional. That will help. There we go. So a really quick way to make a lovely wow card. They call it an infinity shaker card because in theory it would go to the right to the edge of your card base, but obviously with this one I've given it a nice little neat border. Yeah, I hope you like it. Thank you so much for watching me if you've got to the end. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, and then you will be notified when I add more videos. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.